Hello, you guys, and welcome to part 1 of the first ever official Speak Now album reaction, Old versus Taylor's version. This is something I think that has been a long time coming. I haven't heard the originals. I've only heard the Taylor's versions. So I got a couple of things to kind of like precursor into this. This video will be me talking about her vocals now compared to her vocals early in her career. If you have a problem with me or it triggers something in you that doesn't feel good when I talk about her vocals not being good or not being as good in the past, then this video is probably not for you, because in order for me to explain what she's doing vocally more correctly now in the Taylor's version, I have to explain what she wasn't doing early on. And we all know that her vocals have improved drastically. So I just want to give you that forewarning, because I have had comments in the past saying that you guys really don't like me comparing her vocals now to back then, but that's what this entire album is, what we're doing, this entire video is about right now, is literally going to be me comparing her vocals now to her vocals back then. I took your guys's comments and I went through Patreon, only on Patreon, not on YouTube, but I went through all the comments on Patreon and then I summarized them into what you guys were saying. And on each song, we're gonna go over what your comments were, maybe some things that I should be listening in for, what you liked about it. And so it gives me a deeper meaning and deeper dive into the differences between the two, as well as where you guys were standing and feeling as someone who has heard the original before you heard the Taylor's version. Okay, so the first one that we have is mine, and it says, that's you guys, were initially unsure about the meaning of this song, especially regarding its inspiration. Over time, you've come to appreciate it more. I feel like I'm reading your guys' horoscope. Right? Mine seems to be more of a fictionalized or fantasized relationship. While there were rumors that it could be about Corey Monteith from Glee, it's more about a dream scenario where Taylor is imagining a relationship she wished for or hoped for. The way Taylor portrays the fear of love, but still embracing it, resonates with many listeners, especially those who've had tumultuous or uncertain relationships. You appreciate the re-recorded version and how the song stands the test of time in conveying a sense of hope and vulnerability. This is kind of cool. I totally feel like I'm reading your guys' fortune. Let's hear the beginning and let's see if I can tell a difference between the two.
You were in college working part-time, waiting tables, left a small town, never looked back. I was a flight risk with the fear of falling.
Definitely hearing the twang, for sure.
If it never lasts. I say, can you believe it?
Soft on the it.
As we're lying on the couch, the moment I can see it, yes, yes, I can see it now.
Okay, we're gonna pause there. Okay, so this is Taylor's version. Already, the vocals sound less light and bright and a little bit thicker and heavier, which will happen in time as your vocal cords thicken and develop.
We were in college,
oh my god, totally different.
Tables, left a small town, never looked back. I was a flight risk with a fear of falling, wondering why we bother with love if it never lasts. I say, can you believe it? As we're lying on the couch,
much easier on that lion. I'm already hearing a huge difference. It's like you can hear it from the very beginning when we click one to the other. Here.
Can you believe it?
Can you believe? Can you believe? Leave. Very thin, very small, and a little bit softer there. Can you believe it? There's a soft switch that I didn't hear on the other one.
I say, can you believe it? I say, can you believe it?
Do you hear how much smoother that was? It almost seems easier. It's easier for her, right? But then we go into the question of if it's easier for her vocally, is it then not going to convey the feeling as much, right?
I can see it now. You remember we were sitting there by the water. You put your arm around me for the first time. You made a rebel of a careless man.
The male harmony in the background.
The best thing that's ever been mine.
Okay.
You remember we were sitting there by the
Whoa.
water. You put your arm around me for the first time.
Do you hear the difference there? It feels more rocked out.
You are the best thing that's ever been mine.
What is that about? What am I hearing there? It's like it's just even the background itself. It's smoother and blended more on the most recent album, on the Taylor's version compared to the original, but I almost like the original feeling.
For the first time, you made a rebel of a careless man's careful daughter. You are the best thing
Yeah, more attitude.
ever been mine.
What a trip, you guys. Because I've never heard the original. I like the original more. Vocally wise, the Taylor's version is smoother, but the original almost has more raw style behind it, if that makes sense.
Flash forward and we're taking on the world together. And there's a drawer of my things at your place.
It just
You
seems
learn
like
my
a chill
secrets
song.
and you figure out why I'm
But it's so
guarded.
much smoother.
You say we'll never make my parents' mistakes.
It's okay.
But we got bills to pay. We got nothing figured out.
Oh, I'm curious to what she's gonna do on the nothing on the original. I feel like she's gonna put a little more attitude in it. Okay, so what do you do if you like the original more? I guess you would have to listen to it illegally. Yeah?
Flash forward and we're taking on the world together. And there's a drawer of my things at your place.
Yeah, it just feels more. It's tighter vocally, meaning as there's more tension, and then which also means that there's more little moments of release in it. It's not as vocally free. Why do I like that more? As a vocal coach, I shouldn't, right?
Learn my secrets and you figure out why I'm guarded.
Why
You say
there's
we'll
definitely
never
a heavier
make my
twang.
parents' mistakes. But we got bills to pay.
Did you hear that? But we got bills to pay. Hear that release that I was talking about?
We got nothing figured out.
Yeah, nothing. I knew it. I told you guys she'd give more kicks there.
Yes, yes, this is what I thought about. You are the best thing that's ever been mine.
Oh, little quivered there. Ever been mine. Do you hear that? Not as strong, not as supported.
It's ever been mine.
Mine. Very, very fast vibrato, slightly quivered.
Ever been mine.
Yeah, do you hear that? Solid. Mine. Is it mine?
Mine.
The fast vibrato means that there's too much tension on the vocal cords and it causes that quiver between it.
It's ever been mine.
You ever been mine? There's definitely that twang there.
I remember that fight 2:30 a.m.
Oh, I can feel it.
Everything was slipping right out of our hands. I ran out crying and you followed me out into the street.
Guarantee you followed me out into the street. That part, I bet you it's gonna be much heavier.
Followed me out into the street.
Yeah, she didn't even go deep in there. I thought she would have gone, followed me out into the street. I thought she'd hit it a little heavier.
Followed me out into the street.
Street, much like lighter than I thought she would go.
Myself for the goodbye. 'Cause it's all I've ever known.
Oh, I want to know on that all. Oh. That was an interesting placement on the original, or in the Taylor group. What? The all was better on the original, vocally wise, vocal technique wise.
Cause that's all I've ever known.
was beautiful. That was beautiful. That was open. And then this one was not.
'Cause it's all I've ever known.
Yeah, all I've ever. It was closed on Taylor's version.
You said I'll never leave you alone. Leave you alone.
Dude, that was like night and day difference, you guys. I'm feeling the emotion. I'm feeling the fucking emotion here. Listen to that. Listen to that. Okay, we're gonna start on the You Took Me By Surprise. And I want you to listen to how smooth it is. But then we're gonna go to the original. And I want you to hear how choppy it is. And how she has almost like a squeeze on her vocals. And it's vocally, technique-wise, not as clean. But it's got so much more emotion attached to it.
And you
Smooth.
took me by surprise. You said I'll never leave you alone. And you took me by surprise.
Nice and choppy. Here.
You said I'll never leave you alone.
Never leave you. It's right before you that we hear this squeeze in the voice.
I'll never leave you alone.
It's almost like Hugh. That I'll never leave you alone. Leave you. There's a stress on the vocal cords where it does a haze right before leave. She doesn't do that on Taylor's version.
You said I'll never leave you alone.
Yeah. It feels more painful.
Said,
yeah.
felt sitting by the water, and every time I
There it is
look at
again,
you, it's
every.
like the first time I fell in love with a careless
With
man's careful
quiver on there
daughter.
again.
She is the best thing that's ever been in my life. Making lights, hold on, never turn back.
All right, I want to hear that belty part. I got to hear that. Looks like it's most replayed anyways.
I remember how we felt sitting by the water, and every time I look at you, it's like the first time I fell in love with a careless man's careful daughter. She is the best
Her
thing.
enunciation much cleaner too. Much stronger.
And I can see it. I can see it now.
Okay, what do I think? Clearly, there is a massive difference between the vocals already. I mean, this is the first time that I've done this, and I can hear a massive difference between the two. I think one of the patterns that we're going to end up getting is Taylor's version is going to be much cleaner, more blended, more vocally strong, but less emotional. And I say emotional because there's less style choices added into it. Your notes on Sparks Fly are: the song captures the intensity of an unexpected magnetic attraction. Originally, you were unsure if it was about someone in particular. The song showcases the excitement and unpredictability of love and desire. The combination of longing and anticipation in the lyrics creates an exciting, almost electric atmosphere. It's one of those songs that grows on you more and more as you understand the layers of emotion in it, which you've experienced with the re-recording. Okay. Seems a little softer in a beginning. Okay. Does it kick in the same? No, it's just not as raw. Even the music's not as raw sounding. It's very well blended. The kick in doesn't kick the same.
The way you move is like a full-on rainstorm, and I'm a house of cards. The way you move is like a full-on rainstorm, and I'm a house of cards.
Oh my God. There's so much more attitude. You guys, there's so much more emotion. And I'm a house of cards. Like, the way that she hits that? What the hell? Oh my God. I didn't expect there to be such an emotional difference. But that's night and day. That's like when you're plotting the song, how you're gonna sing it versus when you actually perform it.
Kinda reckless that you send me running.
Me, I love the little tang there.
Know that I won't get far, and you stood there in front of me, just close enough to touch.
Okay, so close enough was definitely closed. Close enough to touch, enough. Is it close enough? I wonder if she's gonna pop open there.
Close enough to touch.
Yeah, close enough. Open vowel, open space instead of close enough to touch. That's the vocal comparison there for sure, technique-wise.
Close enough to hope you couldn't see what I was thinking.
There's that little twang.
Drop everything now. Meet me in the
Oh my God, yes.
Kiss me on the sidewalk. Take away the pain.
It's like I'm hearing the song, the real version.
Drop everything now. Meet me in the pouring rain. Kiss me on the sidewalk. Take away the pain. 'Cause I see sparks fly.
Okay.
Whenever you smile.
Oh my God, it's so much more open though. Now that I see sparks fly, does she do that?
I see
Yeah.
sparks fly. I see sparks fly.
It's almost like it's chopped between. Instead of I see, it's it's there is a slight junction in between those notes, which throws me off again, right? Because if I'm coming into this expecting Taylor's version to be smoother and more correct, that is more jutted and less smooth. I see sparks fly. Instead of I see, it's not as smooth.
'Cause I see sparks. 'Cause I see
Smoother.
sparks fly.
Yeah.
Whenever you.
Interesting. I wouldn't have expected her to make the jump so prevalent in Taylor's version.
My mind forgets to remind me you're a bad idea.
Okay, I'm curious.
You're a bad idea.
Hear that flip?
You're a bad idea.
Oh my God. That's so different.
You touch me once and it's really something you
Really?
find. I'm even better than you imagined I would be.
You know I'm going to check into that better. You know I'm going to check into that better.
You touch me once and it's really something you find. I'm even better than you
Okay.
imagined I would be.
She went for it. She went for it.
I'm on my guard for the rest of the world, but with you, I know it's no good.
Good. Again, flip at the end.
Patiently, but I really wish you would drop everything now. Meet me in the pouring rain. Kiss me on the sidewalk. Take away the pain.
It's like it's lacking the energy that the original has.
Whenever you smile.
This is such a trip because I did vocal comparisons before and I see it totally out of context. So all I really look at when I'm doing a vocal comparison of highlights of songs are technique, right? And usually it's just the big, bold, belty note. And over and over again, I could mention how her vocals have improved. But this is the first time that I'm listening to it going, yes, vocally wise, it's more correct. But emotionally, it's not on the same level.
My fingers through your
Okay.
hair and watch the lights go wild. Just keep on keeping your eyes on me. It's just wrong enough
Just,
to make
okay.
it feel right. And lead me up the staircase. Won't
Okay, that
you?
sounds solid there.
Soft and slow.
Slow.
Captivated by you, baby, like a fireworks show. Run my fingers through your hair.
Your hair.
Watch the lights go wild.
I love that squeak.
Keep on keeping your eyes on me. It's just wrong
Just.
to make it feel right.
Oh yeah, just attitude.
Lead me up the
Up.
staircase, won't you whisper?
That was cute. Lead me, up. The way that she did the up, that was cool.
Soft and slow.
Slow.
Captivated by you, baby, like a fireworks show.
Yeah. So it's the difference also in placement and attitude. So, okay, if we go,
Kiss me on the sidewalk, take away the pain, 'cause
wait, I don't remember the how.
Kiss me on the sidewalk.
Okay, there it is. There's the how. There's the jump again. Sparks, sparks. Yeah. God, I love it. Feels more country, right? Around, yes. When you're not around. All right. Next we have is Back to December. This song is one of your favorites from the album. It's about regret and wishing for a chance to turn back time, likely written about Taylor Lautner. The song shows Taylor reflecting on a past relationship and wanting to undo the hurt she caused, potentially symbolizing a desire for redemption or reconciliation. You're drawn to it because of the vulnerability it shows. Taylor takes full responsibility for what went wrong. That's great. The lyrics are deeply personal, and the way it deals with remorse feels raw and genuine. The connection you feel with it is strong, as it reminds you of your own emotional journeys and moments of self-reflection.
I'm so glad you made time to see me. How's life?
Oh my God, I remember this song. I liked this song.
I haven't seen them in a while.
Yeah, that part I really liked.
You've been good, busier than ever. We small talk, work and the weather. Your guard is
So
up,
backplaced.
and I know why.
Oh, and I remember I thought the why had auto-tune on it there because it sounded weird.
I'm so glad you made time to see me. How's life? Tell me, how's your
Totally different
family?
placement.
I haven't seen them in a while.
What the fuck, you guys? That's that same feel. Maybe it's a quivering vibrato there.
You've been good, busier than ever. We small talk, work in the weather.
It's more prevalent in this. Been good, busier than ever. There's that quiver, but it almost makes it sound like auto-tune.
Because the last time you saw me is still burned in the back of your mind.
Okay, is she gonna scoop up on last and she gonna say back as well?
Because the last time
A little bit.
you saw me is still burned in the back of your mind.
Not as much.
Roses and I left them there to die.
Interesting. I feel like so far on this, there's more emotion in Taylor's version.
Because the last time you saw me is still burned in the back of your mind.
Almost like, I wouldn't say anger. Because the last time, it's like sexy. When you know what I mean? It's like, it's not like, it's sliding through, it's sultry, but it's like, it's like I'm gonna get revenge. It has a little bit of I'm gonna get revenge feeling behind it. Whereas her original didn't have any of that emotional feeling at all.
So this is me swallowing my pride, standing in front of you, saying I'm sorry for that night.
Oh, I love this song. I forgot.
Go back to December all the time. It turns out freedom ain't nothing but
I
missing
love that
you, wishing
ongoing
I
note there and then
realized
release.
what I had when you were mine.
Oh, yes.
I go
Back to December, turn around and make it alright. I should do a cover of this song.
Back to December all the time.
All the time, all the time. I bet you she's gonna go all the time. Oh, it's an all. I guarantee you it's gonna have more round, heavier feel.
So this is me swallowing my pride, standing in front of you, saying I'm sorry for that night. And I go back to December all the time. It turns out
Interesting.
but missing you, wishing I'd realized what I had when you were mine. I go back to December, turn around and make it alright. I go back to December all the time.
Oh, okay. more open on that all than I would have expected. It doesn't feel as broken. Does that make sense? It feels so, her Taylor's version feels so strong vocally, confident, whereas the original feels more heartbroken, less strong, less structured.
These days I haven't been sleeping, staying up, playing back myself, leaving when your birthday passed and I didn't call.
There's that weird kind of quiver on it. Wow. It can't be auto-tuned. I mean, it could be, but I don't think so.
Realized I loved you in the fall. And then the cold came, the dark days when fear crept into my mind.
That harmony is beautiful.
All your love and all I gave you was.
Is it the same guy for the harmony? No, this is actually a 3-part series. Now, you will be able to watch this entire reaction exclusively on Patreon. On YouTube, we have to edit and cut a lot of things out. This whole reaction of just this first section was over 2.5 hours long. Really, I know, it took me that long to do like 5 songs, something like that. We really did a deep dive into it. So on Patreon, not only are you going to get access to that unedited, you're also going to get my original full album reaction to Speak Now. You're going to get my Red album, Midnights, plus all bonus songs, 1989, Taylor's version, and vault tracks, Evermore, Tortured Poet Department, Lover album, Fearless album, which I did recently, and then we will also be continuing with the old versus new, or as you guys call it, the stolen versus Taylor's version of these songs. And I really want your feedback on this. I really want to know, I have it posted right now on what I should be looking out for on the next 2 parts. And then what's the next album that I should watch and compare? I know a lot of you had said for me to really do Fearless, the Taylor's version and the stolen version. So I need to know. You can put in that info and in your voting free on my Patreon. So I will be sure to pin that link in the pinned comment down below.
These days I haven't been sleeping,
Yeah.
When your birthday passed and I didn't call.
There's that quiver. Okay, to be expected. You can feel it. Feels more pain.
And then the cold came, the dark days when fear crept into my mind. You gave me all your love and all I gave you was goodbye.
Yeah, all your love. Vocally, not as strong, not as solid, but God, it just feels pain. It feels sadness. Oh, you know, you can feel that in there. Okay, these are some jumps here. We gotta hear these later. God, feel it though. Oh, get it. Oh, okay. Maybe this is wishful thinking. Probably, like she just hits it. She hits that so, like, strong and attitude. Here.
Maybe this is wishful thinking.
What the fuck? What the hell, you guys? What the hell? That is nothing. Where did you go, Taylor? Where did you go? I think you guys have ruined me. Cause like, so I didn't know what I was missing, and then now that I've heard the original, it has, she had so much attitude. Where did this attitude go? It's not there. Like, okay, no, we got to go back to that. What the hell?
Maybe this is wishful thinking.
Just that. Maybe, the way that she hits that maybe this is wishful thinking. No, she hits it and she slides. And then we have,
maybe this is wishful thinking.
Maybe this is wishful thinking. It sounds like she's plotting the song. Basically, it's when you do a recording and you're trying to practice to figure out where the vocals go. And so they don't have as much attitude put into it yet, but you're just making a track for it. That's what this sounds like when you compare it next to each other. Like, holy crap.
Probably mindless dreaming.
Yeah, she hits it hard, and then mindless, and she slides in.
Probably mindless dreaming.
Mindless. It's almost like her style has changed so much from the original. Original was so pingy and forward and raw, and now it's more smoky and sultry and inner monologue feeling.
So if the chain is on your door, I understand.
Okay, hold on. No. We got to hear the other version before this leads in.
I'd go back in time and change it, but I can't. So if the chain is on your door, I understand.
It almost felt like there was a little bit longer of a wait. I understand compared to Taylor's version.
And I go back to December.
Wait, what the hell is that?
I go back to December.
Her? She didn't go December. It was closed.
I go back to December.
Yeah, she does.
Turns out freedom ain't nothing but missing you. Wishing I'd realized what I had. And you were mine. I go back to December.
It's so well mixed, though. It's hard to hear.
I go back to December. Turn around and change my own life. I go back to December all the time.
Much more open. Well, so far, I have been really surprised because so far I'm liking every single song. I'm liking the original more than Taylor's version. I would not have expected that. Okay, next we have is Speak Now. The title track of the album is based on a dream that Taylor had where she envisioned a situation at a wedding where she would speak up and stop someone from making a mistake. The idea of standing up for what's right, even when it's uncomfortable, is captured in this song. It's not based on a real life experience or person, but rather it's a story that Taylor crafted around the concept of following your instincts and standing up for love. The song carries a sense of empowerment, knowing when to speak up in moments that matter, which has likely resonated with you throughout your own experiences.
I am not the kind of girl
Well, it sounds so
who should
familiar.
be rudely barging in on a white veil occasion, but you are not the kind of boy who should be marrying the wrong girl.
Okay. Now let's hear the original version. It does sound almost exactly the same in the beginning. Just saying, it sounds almost exactly the same in the very beginning. I'm totally going to defend something that shouldn't be defended.
I am not the kind of girl who should be rudely barging in on a white veil occasion, but you are not the kind of boy who should be marrying the wrong girl.
That sounds almost exactly the same. Now I'm like questioning, is it the same song? Is it? That sounds so similar.
I sneak in and see your friends and her snotty little family all dressed in pastel, and she
Little quiver
is
there.
yelling at a bridesmaid somewhere back inside a room wearing a gown shaped like a pastry.
Okay, that's gonna be a defining factor right there.
Surely not what you thought it would be. This is
Yeah. That shift into the falsetto there is still very distinct. It's smoother. How is that possible? It's actually smoother for her to go into that falsetto there. Do you hear how much smoother that was? Yeah. Huh. Okay, so then maybe that idea is right. The idea that she doesn't need to make that shift anymore. She could totally she could totally stay connected. But because the original shifts to falsetto, because her vocal cords were not strong enough on the original, she, as tribute to the original, is going to then make that shift into air. Does that make sense?
Surely not what you thought it would be.
Ooh, that kick thought it. Ooh, yes.
I lose myself in a daydream.
Oh, that was cute with the echo on Daydream. Hang on, but I want to hear the rest of that.
I lose myself in a daydream where I stand and say, don't say yes, run.
So there was no echo.
Lose myself in a daydream.
I don't hear an echo on Daydream, which is interesting. I really like that echo on the original because of things she's saying she loses herself in the daydream. With the echo, it makes us feel like we're floating away in a daydream, but she didn't keep it, which would have been really, really easy to keep that effect. You just put the damn effect onto the song, but she chose not to.
Lose myself in a daydream.
Why would she do that, right? Because if she's trying to make it sound so much like the original, which she clearly is, that would have been just a very easy thing to throw a little echo reverb on there and make it flutter out like a daydream, but she chose not to.
Where I stand and say, don't say yes, run away now. I'll meet you when you're out of the church at the back door. Don't wait or say a single vow. You need to hear me out. And they said, speak now. Don't say yes, run away now. I'll meet you when you're
Same
out
heavy
of the
levels of
church
backing
at the
vocals.
back door. Don't wait or say a single vow. You need to hear me out. And they said, speak now.
Much lighter on those lows. And they said, speak now, instead of, and they said, speak now. One's much heavier. And that is a thing that we are seeing consistently, just natural. I don't even think, I think it is partially from her vocal cords adjusting with age, but I also think it is a stylistic difference that she's done with these low notes over time, more and more and more, that it's become really ingrained in her to drop and open up those low notes, whereas before she didn't. She kept them still kind of nasal toned. And I don't know if she'd really have to focus in order to get rid of that. I feel like that's part of her style now.
Fond gestures are exchanged, and the organ starts to play a song that sounds like a death march, and I am hiding in the curtains. It seems that I was uninvited by your lovely bride-to-be. She
Good ease.
floats down the aisle like a pageant queen.
Okay, I want to hear that she floats down the aisle. Aisle is a little pressed, a little bit pushed.
Fond gestures are exchanged, and the organ starts to play a song that sounds like a death march, and
Oh, did you hear that quiver on March? There's quite a few times that I'm hearing quivers in the originals that she doesn't have anymore.
death march, and
March. It's a shaky, unstable part of her vocal cords. It's oftentimes from strain and stress. So if you hear someone who has really fast vocal vibrato, it's from a lot of tension between it. And there was a quiver there that we did not hear before.
that I was uninvited by your lovely bride-to-be.
Yeah, it was almost like she was running out of breath. Listen to her breath right before she sings she.
It seems that I was uninvited by your lovely bride-to-be.
You hear that big breath there.
floats down the aisle.
I didn't hear any of that.
It seems that I was uninvited by your lovely bride-to-be. She
So much more ease. She's just hanging back on this song.
I know you wish it was me. You wish it was me, don't you?
I've grown attached to this song after what happened. And if you are watching this on YouTube, how do I even say this? I made a very embarrassing mistake when I first reacted to this song. And I was very ashamed of what I did, to the point where I took it down and then I decided to not put it up on YouTube. So this is actually the second time that I'm listening to the original of Speak Now. When I first did this section of the reaction, something really, really embarrassing and I feel ashamed of it, truthfully, happened. And I decided to cut that out of the YouTube version just because y'all aren't the nicest people like my patrons are. And it is only available on my Patreon. This is not a marketing thing. This is just simply for my own inner self-esteem kind of thing. How many hits can I take? I just ask for you to be really nice when you watch it on Patreon. Okay, moving on.
And they said speak now. And they said speak now.
Solid. 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 She still nailed it pretty damn good in the original, I gotta say, truthfully. But it's just so much more full in the re-recorded.
And they said speak now.
Good low notes for her early days.
And they said speak now.
Oh, beautiful lows. Beautiful, juicy.
I hear the preacher say speak now or forever hold your peace.
Okay, no, we gotta hear that. See, this is an epic part. This is an epic part.
I hear the preacher say speak now or forever hold your peace.
Oh, wow. Very different. Very different. I mean, P-E-E-E's is so different. We gotta hear that again. We gotta hear that again.
Or forever hold your peace. I hear the preacher say speak now or forever hold your peace.
Yeah. P-E-E-E's instead of P-E-E-E's. It's so much smoother. I actually, in that section, I like the newer version, the re-recorded version. I think it's smoother. I feel like it gives it a little bit more strength than the original. The original is a little bit too thin for my personal taste. I don't know. Which one do you like better? I think that's a great ongoing question. Which ones do you like better? Do you like certain pieces of certain songs? Do you prefer certain songs over the other? Or like, I would love to know.
Everyone in the room, but I'm only looking at you.
Oh, it's so small and cute.
I am not the kind of girl who should be rudely barging in on a white veil occasion, but you are not the kind of
get it.
boy who should be marrying the wrong girl.
Okay, little giggle. Let's see if we're gonna get that giggle again.
Horrified looks from everyone in the room, but I'm only looking at you.
Yeah, that smoothness. Everyone in the room, but there's a fall off the end. She doesn't fall off the end on the other one.
It looks from everyone in the room, but I'm
I want to go back to that.
everyone in the room, but I'm only looking.
It's a little bit, but it's not the same. She's more dramatic with her fall off the end here.
But I'm only looking at you. I am not the kind of girl who should be rudely barging in on a white veil occasion, but you are not the kind of boy who should be marrying the wrong girl.
Gotta get that laugh in there.
Said speak now.
Oh, okay.
Said speak now. Said
Okay.
speak now.
Much stronger, but not oh. Interesting that she goes to the O, which gives it almost like Canadian accent.
So glad you were around when they said speak now.
Yay! Next we have is Dear John. This is one of Taylor's most emotional songs. You've noted, likely written about John Mayer. Now, we already had notes from Taylor Swift saying to please be nice to her exes, such as John Mayer. It's filled with anger, regret, and heartache, with Taylor reflecting on the power imbalance in their relationship, particularly the age difference. Yeah, because John Mayer is a fucking pedophile. I'm sorry, y'all. But when I found out that he was in his 30s and she was like 19, that's gross. That's just gross. That's just gross. I think we had a whole discussion about this. I think that was part of the original video of me talking about the age difference. And the way Taylor expresses how she felt manipulated and hurt by someone she trusted is incredibly raw, and you admire how she channels that vulnerability into this song. You also appreciate how it reflects the complexity of relationships and the hurt that comes when someone you care about breaks your trust.
Long were the nights when my days once revolved around you. Counting my footsteps, praying the floor won't fall through.
God, I love that.
Again,
The lead in and then the drop vocally.
my mother accused me of losing my mind, but I swore I was fine.
God, I don't know, you guys. I haven't heard the original, but I loved this version of this song. I'm scared to hear what the original is. Okay, here we go.
Long were the nights when my days once revolved around you.
Shit.
Counting my footsteps, praying the floor won't fall through again.
I don't know. I almost like, you know what, so far, maybe because I'm attached to it, but I like Taylor's version more. I feel the pain, but vocally, it's deeper, it's thicker, it's more like we're being let in on a secret a little bit more. Whereas as the original version, since it's more forward, feels too abrupt, too fast.
You paint me a blue sky, then go back and turn it to rain. And I lived in your chess game, but you changed the rules every day.
God, I love that.
Wondering which version of you I might get on the phone tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we have similarities again. We have the changes in vocally between the two, but I'm liking the Taylor's version more. Do you guys do this? Do you have your own playlist that you have of like what songs that you like Taylor's version and what songs you like the original?
Dear John, I see
yes.
all now that you're gone. Don't you think I was too young to be messed with? The girl in the dress cried the whole way home. I should've known.
Oh, such a good song. Whole way home. Should've known. Just the jump between the placements. Okay.
Dear John, I see it all now that you're gone. Don't you think I was too young to be messed with? The girl in the dress cried the whole way home. I should've known.
Nope, I like the Taylor version more. I just do listen to the placement jumps here.
To be messed with, the girl in the
Here.
dress cried the whole way home.
Way. She hits that so deep and then back. Home.
Baby, it's you and your sick need to give love, then take it away. Well, maybe it's me and my
Yeah. Did you hear the difference there? Maybe. It's almost like she struggles with that low there. Maybe it's me. Very thin on that high note.
I ignored when they said run as fast as you can.
Okay. That build in.
I look back and regret how I ignored when they said run as fast as you can.
No, not the same, is it? Granted, it's a little more squeaky, it's a little bit thinner on the original, but there's so much more momentum change there.
Back and regret how I ignored.
How you could feel that, how she goes into that.
And I look back and regret how I ignored when they said run as fast as you can.
Yep. Fast as you could feel that in there. I don't feel that in the Taylor's version. She's granted again, here we are again. Vocally, it's not as structured as well. It's not as supported as well vocally in the original. But I don't want that all the time. Beyond vocal technique, the most important thing in a song is telling a story.
I should've known. I should've known. You are an expert at sorry and keeping the lines blurry. Never impressed by me acing your tests.
Okay, give me more.
Run dry. Have tired lifeless eyes 'cause you burn.
Okay, the have tired lifeless eyes. That sounded amazing.
And keeping the lines blurry. Never impressed by me acing your tests. All the girls that
You could feel that tension build up.
have tired lifeless eyes 'cause you burned
Interesting.
them out.
Wow. I liked that one piece. Tired lifeless eyes from Taylor's version. But I like the rest of the chorus from the original.
But I took your matches before fire could catch me, so don't look now. I'm shining like fireworks over your empty town.
Oh, shit. That's leading in so well. The dynamics are right there. Yes! I can feel it. Okay, no, we gotta go back. I gotta know, does it lead up the same way?
I'm shining like fireworks over your sad empty town.
Not the same. Yeah, it's not the same.
I'm shining like fireworks over your.
Yeah, shining like fireworks. Oh, the lead. She built the dynamics early in the sentence before, so when she hits over your sad, empty town, it hits smoother. And then she links from that into that ad-lib. There's no lack of momentum there, you know?
I'm shining like fireworks over your sad, empty town.
And then too clean. Yeah, too clean. God, this is such a trip. It's done vocally really well. I mean, the open space on those notes are beautiful.
Think I was too young to be messed with. The girl in the dress wrote you a song.
still nailing this note though. It's like wide open.
Don't you think I was too young to be messed with? The girl in the dress wrote you a song. You should have known.
God, I just feel it so much more on this version.